So if you guys are like me, after you take a long break like the holidays, I mean, it's kind of like a pain to get back into like making music. Sometimes, you know, you just feel overwhelmed and everything. Trust me, it's nothing worse than having like the gear, the ideas and everything, and every time that you sit down to make music, you just like bomb, right? It's only garbage coming out. So in this video, I am going to go over some strategies to help you out to get out of that funk and help you make this year your best music production year yet. All right, guys, let's get to it. What up guys, Mayan here with another video, and in this video I am going to show you the strategies that I used when I had like my best year making music. I think I wrote like 100 tracks, put out 60 releases, and it was just like the best year yet. I know it sounds crazy, 100 tracks, you know, like 60 releases, but let me tell you guys, if I can do this, I mean, you guys can do it too, right? All right, so one of the things that's like really interesting is creativity, right? So like everybody wants to be in a creative state of mind when you start making music. And even though that's awesome, I would say that during that year that I did 100 tracks, probably like maybe 20 tracks were in that state of mind, right? The other ones were like, you know, just trying to understand how I was gonna be able to like make more music. So one of the things that I learned, you know, because of the pandemic is that life is too short to wait around for that creative spark or that creative moment to like make music, right? If you sit around, you know, and you never feel creative, then you're never going to make music, which is kind of sad. You're gonna sit around and look at your gear, right? And look at things. You're just gonna get overwhelmed. You're gonna waste time, and that's just gonna make you feel stressed out, you know, and it's gonna like prevent you from making music, right? So those are some of the ideas that I understood that I just needed to get out of my head, right? Like, you know, you have to have a system. I mean, honestly, I've been there, right? Like, you know, like when I first started making music, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be creative and all this other stuff. Honestly, like that didn't work for me, right? At the end of the day, you can have all the gear, you can have like all the ideas, but if you don't sit down and actually like do something with it, it's not gonna matter, right? Having a method, I think it's the key to everything. Again, in this first video, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna break down some of those methods. My goal with this video is just to make sure that you guys make more music. That's about it. So I have divided the workflow into two strategies, right? The ones that you're gonna repeat every day, and the big idea, the big strategy that's gonna pull you away from your actual like comfort zone, right? Because being comfortable sometimes can be the bigger crutch that you have, you know, once you're making music. Let me show you guys the track that I created with this way of working once you start doing this. I know it's pretty crazy, but you'll see this track came out in a week. It's already mixed and done. So the title for this track is really funny, right? It's called Anxiety. You know, when I was like looking for a name of it, I think it made sense. So let me pull it up here real quick. I'm gonna play you guys kind of like the main groove and then the break, so you guys can see that it's nothing crazy, that anyone can do this, right? I know sometimes it's sad to see all the gear and then you made this cool track without any of it, but it is what it is. No, I know I had too many delays and I don't have a new computer, but this is the idea, right? Kind of interesting. It's yeah, a 7-minute track. So yeah, going back to the strategies that I used to make this track, right? So the repeating steps are gonna be the ones that you're gonna like make, so you can like get into that mindset of like making music, right? The strategy for this week, it's kind of like your goal, or at least it was for me. It was to like ditch all the gear and just make music with your DAW, right? Going back to basics, the only thing that I used when I was like making it was the keyboard, and that's about it. Let me walk you through the steps, right? Through the repeating steps. First, you're gonna take control of your room, right? What I mean about taking control of your room, taking control of your space, right? I'm a visual person. I want to make sure that everything is looking good. It's feeling good for me, right? I added wood panels, and like something soft, but at the same time warm, super clean. But at the same time, I do have, you know, a 4-year-old. So sometimes, you know, he comes here, he plays around and everything. So like everything kind of like gets messy. So, you know, once I come into the studio, when I'm ready to like make music, I come in, clean everything up, right? So as you're setting up your space, one of the things that I decided to do as well is like I added, you know, some scented oils to my space. I think that they work great for me. They put me at peace. They put me in like in a peace of mind that I'm like, okay, this is awesome. And then the other thing that I do is I take about 4 minutes and I kind of like wire my system, right? If you know this guy, you might want to check him out. His name is Wing Hof, and he has this like push-up challenge that he does, right? I've taken that and I started like using it to like make music to get me in the mindset. So what you do is you take 30 breaths, and on the number 30 you like exhale and then you start making like doing push-ups, right? And as many as you can, as many as you want. I should do 20, 25. Some days I've done 40, 45, and then at that point, you know, I take another deep breath after I'm done, and I'm ready to start making music, right? I'm ready to sit down, declutter. I understand that my internet is off. I'm not gonna be checking like emails or anything like that. I am here to make music. So those are kind of like the repetitive steps that I want you guys to take. You know, like try to like build something like that for you to get you in the mindset that nothing else that's around you matters. It's all about music. Go back to basics, right? Declutter everything. Don't worry about the gear. Don't worry about anything. Just like go open up your DAW and then you start making some tunes, right? And see what happens. As you can see in this track, right? Pretty basic kick, bass. Then you have, you know, like your chords. Then you have some pad sounds, and you know, then I have lead sounds, some vocal chants, some ambient noises, and that's about it, right? Like you have overall, I think it's like about 23 sounds that I used to like make this track. And I think it's ready. It's already mixed down, super simple mix down as well. So as you guys can see, it's nothing crazy. It's just kind of like developing those habits that put you in the mindset of like making music, sometimes stripping you away from, you know, what like makes you make music, right? Some of you might have like a modular synthesizer that you love using. But sometimes, you know, you get stuck in just making sounds, right? And not making music. So to me, I just want to make sure, you know, that I'm able to like provide this like kind of like a guide so you guys can have like your best year yet. So if you found this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and all the other good stuff, right? So you guys can get more videos. All right, guys, have a good rest of your day. Peace.